Guys, I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded one of these, but trust me, if you struggle on defense or you just want to see another possible scheme that you could run, you probably should watch today's Road to Pro episode.
If you guys need coins, training, players, even your MUT levels grinded for you, make sure to check out my sponsor's website, MrMuttCoin.com, and use my code Mike for 25% off at checkout.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing today? And welcome back to another episode of Road to Pro. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the best defensive scheme in Madden 21. And I really do not think that it's close. Now, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to do this on my no money spent account, just to show you guys that you don't have to spend that much money or really any money at all. First off, the best defensive schemes in Madden 21 right now are 2-4-5 double A gap or 3-3-5 wide. Those are the two best schemes that you can run right now. Now you can run zone out of both of them, but what I would suggest and what this entire video is going to be about is man coverage. Yes, it's extremely toxic. It's very annoying, but if you want the best defense in the game, bottom line, man coverage is where it's at. EA has fucked with too many zones, deep thirds, deep halves, everything, and they have just made zone so inconsistent. And man coverage, believe it or not, I think at this point in the year is the most consistent style of defense. Now, there's a couple different playbooks that you could run. Currently, I am running the 4-6 playbook. Now, you could also run the New York Giants playbook, and you can run the Miami Dolphins playbook. These two playbooks have nickel 2-4-5 double A gap, and they also have 1-4-6. I don't really use 2-4-5 double A gap or 1-4-6. I use 3-3-5 wide and 3-3-5 normal, which is why I'm in the base 46 alternate playbook. Now, the best version of man coverage is not a man blitz, guys. The best version of man coverage is a two-man rush. Yeah, believe it or not, we went from Madden 20 where we need to blitz 7 and 8 at a time to Madden 21 where the best defense is rushing literally 2 players. Now, again, when you rush 2 players and you're playing man coverage, you want to have some zone coverage sprinkled in. So you want to have some zones over the top, maybe 2 deep halves, maybe a flat route on one side, and then your user. I'm going to get into all that in a little bit. Now I'm going to show you guys this scheme, the personnel that you need to set this up. And again, I don't know if I said this before, but I'm going to be going over the 3-3-5 wide scheme today. I'm not going to be going over the 2-4-5 double A gap. That's another version of man coverage that's very good. I just like the 3-3-5 wide. First of all, you want to build a theme team, okay? You want to build a theme team so that you can have the fastest corners possible. I want to say that speed really doesn't matter for any other position other than your cornerbacks, right? Deion Sanders, for me, has 99 speed. D'Angelo Hall has 98 speed. Troy Vincent has 98 speed. If you build a Raiders theme team, you can have all 99 speed corners. It doesn't cost that many coins to build a 25 out of 50 theme team. And again, it doesn't really cost that many coins to build a 50 out of 50 theme team, especially with the new series coming out this Friday. Prices should drop exponentially, and it should be very, very easy to get 98 or 99 speed corners. But that's the first thing that you really want to do. If you can't do it, that's completely fine. It's okay. But to maximize this scheme, having 99 speed corners is just going to be huge. You really won't use linebackers at all. Like maybe you'll use a pass rusher here and there, so you can tank these guys' overalls. You can not care about it whatsoever. For example, like on my defensive line, I use Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and the Roy Glover. All of these other players, I literally don't care about. Like these guys, don't care about him, don't care about him, don't care about him. I don't even use Lawrence Taylor. I don't use a single linebacker, right? So you can take those overalls and not spend that many coins on those. Spend all of your coins on corners and safeties. Trust me. Now, as for the abilities, the one ability that you have to have on at least 3 corners is one step ahead. It's the best defensive ability in the game right now, especially if you're using man coverage. It's just really, really glitchy, okay? Right now, I have Deion Sanders with one step ahead and Acrobat. I have Troy Vincent with one step ahead, and I have D'Angelo Hall with one step ahead. Trust me, one step ahead is 1000% the best defensive ability that you can use for this scheme. Now, because one step ahead is 3 AP, if you have that on 3 of your corners, right, the 2 outside and then the slot, that adds up to 9 AP. You have 12 total AP that you can use. That means 3 AP are left over for random abilities. So for what I did, I I have Deion Sanders, who has acrobat, right? So we can get those jumping interceptions. You also have Montez Sweat with double or nothing. Now, a lot of people that run the two-man rush don't have any defensive line abilities, which is completely okay, right? If you were to take off the ability from Montez Sweat and you're able to take off the ability from Deion Sanders, the acrobat, you could throw on another one step ahead, right? You could have a one step ahead even at safety, like with Derwin James or Landon Collins. That way we could guard a tight end or running back with one step ahead. And again, I'll show you how to do all of that in a sec when I show you guys how to set up the 3-5 wide setup. But essentially, you want to have at least 3 one-step aheads at all of your cornerbacks, and then you want to find whatever other abilities that you want. So is it a double or nothing for a pass rusher? Do you want acrobat on your user, and then, I don't know, maybe an acrobat on one of your corners? Do you want a medium route knockout, something like that? It doesn't really matter. You just want to have a good combination of abilities, especially one step ahead. It's very, very, very necessary. And one last thing that I want to tell you guys before we get into the actual play setup and how to run everything, I'll show you the players that you need to worry about. Okay, so you want to have, I would say, at a minimum, 4 good corners. 3 is, I guess, okay, but 4 is really what you want. Obviously, your number 1, number 2, and number 3 corner are all going to be used. You're going to have a lot of safeties playing linebacker. So, like for me, Derwin James, Landon Collins, Kendall Fuller, Justin Reed, they're all going to be playing a version of linebacker. Maybe not Justin Reed, he'll probably play safety, but you want to have as many good safeties as you possibly can. You want to have some fast safeties, maybe some good man coverage, good hit power, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. That's just for your personal adjustments. You just want to have those one step aheads, and again, you want to have good safeties, and I'll show you guys why as we set up this play right now. Okay, so we're going to use the Packers here for our defense. We're going to go up against the Rams. Again, most MUT games are played on All Pro. If you play any comp games, it's going to be played on All Madden. So we're just going to keep this on All Pro for now. Defensive playbook, again, you want to use 4-6. If you want to do the 3-5 wide setup, you can also use the Giants, or you can use the Dolphins, I think it is. Okay, so now that you guys know all the personnel that you want to use, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set everything up. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over to the nickel package. We're going to do 3-3-5 normal, which is this formation. Then we will be audibling over to 3-5 wide. The reason why we do that is because we can actually sub in safeties at these linebacker positions. If you know anything about Madden 21, linebackers suck. They are awful. They are not good at all. So what we would want to do is we would want to sub in safety. So like, for example, this guy Green, let's sub him in. Why not? We have Will Redmond as a free safety already subbed in. Then for our user, we don't want him in a linebacker. Let's sub in a safety again. We're going to go with Henry Black. Okay, so we have 3 safeties all at linebacker. We have pass rushers. We have good corners. And what we're just going to call is we're going to call Tampa 2, okay? We're going to call Tampa 2, and then we're just going to have our opponent come out in some basic meta style of play, right? We're going to do bunch offset. Why not? As you guys can see, we are in Tampa 2 right now, but we don't want to be in Tampa 2. We want to be in a man-to-man style defense. So we're going to hit square. We're going to go left on the D-pad. Now, what that does is it changes the formation that you're in, right? So I'm going to audible down to cover 2 man, right? So when I do that, we change the 3-3-5 wide. I'm going to blitz. The next thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to take my user, right, this guy Black, I'm going to blitz him, right? So now you see that the running back is manned up, all the wide receivers are manned up, but the tight end isn't. So you want to man up the tight end. So you're going to go right on the D-pad twice. You're going to go right on the D-pad twice. You're going to click X, and you're going to go up on the right stick for man coverage, and then you're going to man him up to Tyler Higbee. So again, now every single person is manned up. That's something that you guys are going to want to practice. You're going to want to practice manning people up. So again, once everybody is manned up, then we're going to focus on shading. Shading is extremely, extremely important. The best way to shade your man coverage is you're going to want to shade it to the outside and then down. That is very, very important. You always want to shade down your man coverage. And the reason why you're doing that is because you have 1 step ahead. You have 2 deep blue safeties, so you won't be getting beat deep. And it's going to be the best form of man coverage that you can possibly play, right? So this is a decent style of defense, but I want to do something even more. I'm going to take my defensive end, this guy right here, and I'm going to put him in a flat sub, right? So I'm going to go left on the D-pad once, left on the D-pad again. I'm going to hit square, and then I'm going to do right on the left stick. Put him in a curl flat zone, right? So now he's in a curl flat zone. every single person is manned up. The shading is correct. We have everybody pressed. This is my user. We're gonna go ahead and let this play develop and see what happens, right? The defense should be pretty damn near locked down as Jared Goof absolutely dots me up. So again, same thing here. We're gonna hit square, left on the D-pad to go to 3-3-5 wide. We're gonna click cover 2 man. We're gonna press. We're gonna blitz our user. We're gonna man up Tyler Higbee right there, just like that. We're gonna shade outside and shade down. We're gonna take our defensive end and we are gonna put him in a flat zone just like that. And again, this defense should be pretty good. And what I'm gonna do, because my opponent is coming on flood, which is it's just me, he's coming on flood, I'm gonna put square in a vert hook, which means he should do a decently good job at least deterring my opponent from throwing this in route. Now, if it's somebody that's really, really good at the game, they're gonna know that a defensive end isn't gonna be the best in coverage, so they might just throw that in route regardless. But we're gonna let this play develop, see what happens. My priority is watching this in route, just like that. The running back is open, and Jared Goof throws me an interception. Perfect, perfect, awesome. So that was defense. That's exactly what you want. Now, the reason why this is so effective, again, we're gonna do the exact same setup here. I'm gonna do it fast just because I pretty much know what I'm doing. The reason why this is so effective is because for some odd reason, the 2-man rush is just ridiculous in this game. Like, I don't really understand why, but 2-man rush is legitimately insane, okay? Blitzing is not nearly as good as people make it out to be. The best style of defense that you can play is a one-step ahead style of defense, a coverage style of defense, and just kind of let the offensive line and defensive line do their things. Hopefully you can get lucky, get some RNG, and again, play this exactly how I know that they can, right? So we're gonna have our defensive lineman in that vert hook there. This is a perfect way to guard flood. We're gonna let everything develop just like that. Boom, good. We watch that, bring our user back. And unfortunately, Cooper Kupp has MikeMAACC, so he absolutely destroys that out route. So normally I would stay with the out route. We're just gonna run it again and see what happens if I could stay with the out route. Just like that, boom, outside down, put my guy in this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna stay with the out route and we're gonna see what happens here. Again, fake, go like that, boom, covered, he goes running back. Again, if you're gonna give up like 3 yards to the running back every single time, we're just gonna let him have that. We're gonna let him have that. Again, that is the best form of defense that you can play. But the reason why this defense can be really good is because you can give somebody the exact same look every single time, right? You can give them different looks with different styles of coverage, okay? So he's gonna run the same play again. I'm gonna look, he's gonna be sitting there. Okay, well, Jared Goof is dotting my shit right now. Now, the next thing you can do is sprinkle in the zone blitzes, right? Because if you're playing man coverage all the time, your opponent, he's not gonna think that you're gonna blitz. He's gonna send out every single eligible receiver that he can. So what you wanna do is you wanna sprinkle in the blitzes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my audibles in 3-3-5 wide. We're gonna hit L2, which means you can change our plays. We're gonna hit R1 for cover 3 buzz, and we're gonna replace it with Mike 3 blitz. This is probably the best blitz in the game, maybe second best blitz in the game. We're gonna select that, and again, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did before. Select Tampa 2. We're gonna have our opponent come out. Let's just do bunch offset again. We're gonna have him come on flood, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna audible over, but this time instead of selecting cover 2 man, we're gonna do Mike 3 blitz, right? We're gonna hit R1. We're gonna press. We're gonna spread our defensive line, and then we're gonna crash outside. Now, the reason why we do that is so when we contain, which is just R1 and R1, these safeties on the outside, which have pretty good speed, should be able to come screaming through. So let's just see what happens here when we let this play develop. Let's just see what happens. Again, we're gonna come down like that. We get decently good pressure there. Again, Jared Goof is able to get the ball off pretty quickly. He got like a 3-yard gain. Let's do the same thing, but this time, let's do hard flats, right? Let's just see what happens with hard flats, and let's put this safety here. Let's put him in a hook curl, right? So that in route for flood is guarded pretty well. The flat route should be defended decently well. So the only thing we would need to watch is that out route. Again, wait for the play to develop. Boom, just like that. We wait, we sit there, nothing open. Jared Goof has to throw the football away. So again, That is lockdown defense. You don't want to run this blitz every single time. You want to run it sporadically, right? If your opponent thinks that you're going to blitz on 3rd down or 2nd down, maybe run it on 1st down. If your opponent is always ready for the blitz on 3rd down, run it on 2nd down. What I like to do is I like to run my blitzes on like a 2nd down and long. That's normally what I like to do because it's just, I don't know, people don't really expect it. They expect you to play coverage at that point in time. So we run our blitz here, boom, just like that. We sit on the out route and it's all covered. He has to throw it away again. Perfect adjustments, perfect blitz. And then the very next play, he thinks that you're gonna blitz, but you don't blitz. You run cover 2 man. You man up Tyler Higbee, shade down, shade outside, take my defensive end, put him in a vert hook, and this should be absolutely perfect defense. Again, it's the exact same look, He thinks we're going out route, but we don't. He goes to the running back again. He dots me up right there. I don't think that running back route is going to be super consistent in the regular game. Again, same thing. Now you can also just have a straight up man blitz out of this. Just globally blitz all your linebackers. It is right on the D-pad and then down on the right stick for blitz all. Again, you're going to want to double contain. So just R1, R1. Sit right here and wait for your guys to go absolutely stupid. Now I'm probably going to have to run with the flat route. That's what I'm going to do right there. And look at that. Again, it's a blitz with man coverage shell. And I'm doing all of this with, I think Jair Alexander might have 1 step, but that's it. Everyone else is normal. Imagine if you're playing Ultimate Team, you're running coverage 2 man, you're literally sending literally two people. No one is gonna get open. Nobody is gonna get open. Unless your opponent is an absolute demon, knows what they're doing, is a beast in trips tight end, is a beast in bunch, something like that. It is gonna be very rare that your opponent is gonna be able to get people open. This, without a doubt, is the best defense in the game right now. I literally do not think that it's close. Okay, so if I was to make an adjustment, this is probably what I would do for Flood. This would be like my adjustment for Flood. I probably have to watch the streak on the left side, but again, I think this would be pretty good. I think this should be pretty decent defense. Again, we watch that, beautiful. Wait for the running back, and we just sit on it. And he has nothing open. So there we go. It's pretty good defense. We sprinkle in the man coverage. Okay, well, he quick hiked me cover 2. And he dotted my shit. Jared Goof is dotting me. He's literally dotting my soul. Now, one last thing that you can do, and this is pretty smart, you can go to your coaching adjustments and you can actually change your zone drops. So like, for example, if somebody keeps running like a really quick slant route or something like that, and you want your defensive end to sit in coverage, you can change your hooks to like 5 yards so they can sit right underneath that slant route. Or for example, if somebody keeps running like a crazy deep crosser, you can change your curl flats and make it like 25 yards or something. So when you put your defensive end in coverage, he runs all the way back to cover that deep crosser. So that's it, man. That is what I believe to be the best defense in the game. Hopefully I did a decently good job at explaining it. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not great at these videos, but this is something that, I don't know, I felt like I needed to drop. Last time I dropped my defensive video on Double Mabel, it became meta pretty quickly in the online streets. This is for people that struggle against the best of the best. Trust me, this is a brain dead style of defense. It's just very easy. It's very easy to run. It's extremely effective. And there's definitely ways to beat it. I'm not gonna go over that in today's video, but I can go over very easy and simple ways to beat man coverage in another Road to Pro video, whatever it may be. But I don't know, that's gonna be it for the video. I feel like this was good. It might've been a little long. We'll see what you guys think about it. Either way, boys, hopefully y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. And guys, I'll see you in my next episode. Peace.
I'm so